there were 30-mile-an-hour winds, so the minute you got the tent up, somebody had to go in and weigh it down, which was little me. And I was the cook, not because I was the woman, but because you had to crawl around, and I was small enough to sort of be quite agile in the tent. Daniel would then, so I would go in the tent and hold it down, and then they would throw in my kitchen and all my equipment and the food. Daniel would then bring in the beds and all the things we needed and put the gun somewhere safe where it was to hand. And Richard, for some reason, his hands didn't seem to get cold as quickly as ours, so he was always the last one in, putting in the old tent pegs, and as you can see, we had to put snow all the way round the tent to make sure it didn't blow away, because if you lost your tent, you would die. There is no way you could cope in that weather, and there's no way anyone could come out in time to save you. So there we were our first night, and I wasn't very good at first because it's so cold that before I could light the stove I had to keep my hands under my armpits, and finally said I could light it. And you have to melt the snow for your water. So when you find somewhere to camp, you need not only to have a flat area, which is useful, but you have to find somewhere with snow like this for your water. Now, all over the world and all over with children, I've said, why do you think this is? And most people, the children, will say, because it's dirty, because someone's been there, because it's got polar bear poo. Well, it's none of those things. It's pretty pristine. It's because here we're on an ocean and it would be salty. So you had to always make sure you had a bit of high snow, and it was my job to melt the water.